watching Paint This. Hi everybody. Today we're going to do a video using some items that I bought from TEMU. I got lightning deals on these. 2 packs of acrylic paint. One is called Memory Acrylic Color Artists. And there are 24 5-milliliter bottles, and there's a little paintbrush too. I haven't cracked those open yet. We'll try those another time. Today, we're going to try these. These are Artist Series Acrylic Colors by Arida. You get 24 12-milliliter bottles. I've already gone ahead and opened it up. I haven't used it yet. And I can tell you that they are a bit hard to open. There's a foil seal right on the tip of the paint, and some of them have tabs to pull and some of them don't. And if they don't, I've just been poking a hole in the foil to open them. Otherwise, I try to pull the foil off. Some of them are labeled with colors and some of them aren't. So let's see how good they work. All right, today we're going to do I'm using a 12 by 16 inch wrapped primed canvas, and we are going to paint reindeer butts. I think that'll be fun, and I hope you like it. All right. So I've put out on my palette some titanium blue and some titanium white, and I have a number 12 bristle brush that I've dampened in some water, and we're going to take some of this titanium blue, and I'm just going to get some on we're going to make a night sky. I'm not doing anything fancy, I'm just getting the paint onto the palette. It looks really pretty actually. The paint's going on nice. The color looks good. Actually, I think I'm gonna just doing crisscross strokes. I'm going to take a little bit of white, maybe make it a little bit lighter in the center where our reindeer are going to be. Going for that variation of color. Picking up a little bit more white. A little more white. I haven't picked up any more blue in a while. I'm going to get lighter and lighter as I get lower, because we're going to get to our horizon line in just a second here. And I want it to be lighter by the horizon line. Just make sure all the little pieces of canvas are covered. I'm going to go below the middle of the canvas. I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 inches from the bottom. Now, your horizon line does not have to be straight. It can be. It's whatever you want it to be. I think what I'm going to do is maybe add some mountains in here at some point. I'm not sure. Alright, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that I've got all of my canvas covered and I have no cut marks from the brush. You can see we went a little darker on the top. And that's it. I've actually decided that I'm going to go I'm going to take this color lower. I'm going to just add white. I'm just drying off my brush. I'm not washing it. I want a little bit of blue in it still. But I'm going to go right to the bottom of the canvas with mostly white. And just a little bit of that titanium blue. I'm liking the colors so far, and the coverage, and the consistency of the paint is creamy. It goes on nice. We'll see. Okay, I'm going to bring this all the way down. You don't have to worry too much about the middle because there's going to be a sled covering this part here, but you do want to make sure and get your edges. Oops, a little too much white. If you use a little too much of the blue, I'll come back with some white, that's all. Okay, and I think I even need some more. I'm just going to put it right on the canvas. Going back and forth. If you get a variation of colors, again, that's really good. Okay, that's all I'm doing. All right, so now I have to dry this in order to be able to draw my image. So I'll be right back. I'm going to take a blow dryer to this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and dried it with a blow dryer, and I painted around my edges. I didn't want to bore you with that, so I did it on the sly. Now I'm going to take a number, it's a 1/4 inch Lunar Blender from Princeton. These are great. It's like a filbert brush, but it's got hard and soft bristles on it. And what I want to do is create sort of like a whimsical sky. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the white paint, and I'm going to do little swirls. A little more. Little swirls here and there. Some of these are going to be covered up. You can go off the canvas with I'm just going to do them on the top 3/4 part because the bottom is going to be, there's going to be a horizon somewhere. I'm going to go a little darker with these. I want to sort of give it a magical look. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Just a few little swirls here. Maybe we'll do this one a little bit darker here. Like this. I'll do one more over here. Okay. I'm just rinsing off my brush. Okay, and then I'm going to dry it once again. Okay. This is the image that I've drawn. I have carbon paper underneath of it. Actually, it's graphite paper. I like graphite paper. I don't know if there's a difference or not. But my graphite pencils and my graphite paper, when you paint, it comes off. I'm going to take a little bit of painter's tape and just tape it on there so it doesn't move. I don't have the steadiest of hands. I'm a bit clumsy. So I'm just going to tape it on there, and then I'm going to trace it, which I will speed up, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've traced the image on. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. And I'm just going to extend the design down a little bit to the bottom of the canvas. And I want to give Santa a little white there on his collar. All right, so now we shall paint. Okay, so let's see what we have here. So I'm going to start with our darkest color. I'm going to start at the top. I'll start with the reindeer bodies. This is, oh, let's see, do they give us a color? Well, if they do, they do not. They do not give it says ochre. Okay. But it's brown. Okay, and I'm going to start with the darkest brown that I have. Well, I'm going to start with number, I think it's a number 5. That's a number 6 round brush. And I'm just going to block in color right now. So I'm going to block in the reindeer, starting with the ears. And we'll come back and do some highlights on this. So, has anybody done their Christmas shopping yet? I haven't. Haven't even started. I don't have too many gifts to buy this year. I am looking forward to the new year, though. I mean, it's been a nice year, but I had a lot of things happen this year. I had the car accident and the knee surgery and that sort of thing. I'm all good now, though. So I'm just going over the edges of, I'm tracing my design. Incidentally, when you use the graphite paper, make sure you're putting the shiny side down when you're tracing. Otherwise, you'll be tracing onto the carbon paper or the graphite paper. Okay. All right. This painting was inspired by a comic that I had seen. I don't know. I saw it some years ago. I don't know where I saw it, somewhere online. I wish I could tell you who created the comic, but it always stuck in my head, and I thought last night, you know what? I want to do something like that. So I'm not going to do all the reindeer. I'm just going to do 2. You can put as many as you want, but I'm just doing 2. They're pretty easy to draw too. It's just a circle. I just did a circle, and I put 2 lines down, and then I just pulled down the legs from there. It's pretty easy. I know some of you had asked, why don't you put your paint on the other side? But if you could see my desk, you would see I don't have a whole lot of room over there. So I'm going to give my studio a makeover for 2024. That's the one thing I want to do. I really need to. I've accumulated so much stuff. Any of you that craft or paint know what that's like. You know, so I have to kind of go through everything. So I'm going to have 3 weeks off for Christmas, so I should be able to make a bunch of videos. But I do want to do my my craft room, my studio area, as you would call it. All right, and as I said, I'm just blocking here, not doing any particular strokes, just putting down color. That's pretty much it. Yeah, this paint seems to be pretty opaque so far. Has a nice consistency. It's very creamy. I like it. All right, so we almost have the reindeer done, almost. And this is a cartoony kind of thing, so, you know, have fun with it. going to add lighter brown to this so they should stand out more. Okay. You won't see the bottom of their feet because Santa's sled's in the way. Now let's pull up a lighter brown color. This just says light color. It looks like a flesh tone. We'll try it. Did I open this one? Oh, of course not. All right. So what I'm going to do, here we go. Let's see what color comes out. Yes, it is a flesh tone. I'm going to take that, but I also want to take something like yellow ochre-y. Yellow ochre. Let's see what this is. This is yellowish brown, which I'm assuming looks like yellow ochre to me. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to, thinking, you know, I'm going to rinse my brush out. I'm going to use the same brush. A little paint there. I could probably cover it anyway. There we go. And I'm going to pick up some yellow ochre. And I'm going to fill in the behind of the deer. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised on how well this paint is working. I had no idea what to expect. Doing the same for this guy. That might need 2 coats. I don't know. Okay. Now for the tail, I'm thinking for the tail. I'm going to use some of this for the tail. The tail kind of looks like a leaf. We're going to come back to that too. Can't see the lines that I made as well as I would like to. I think that'll work. I'm gonna have to come over, cover some of that with brown. Just pulling like downward on each of the edges here and making a little, like a furry little tail. Or big tail, what have you. Oops. I'm going to use the same color paint for the reindeer horns, or antlers rather. I hope my head wasn't in the way. And I'm just pulling fun little things out like this. Nothing crazy. If you roll your brush, it'll bring it to a point so you can get a thinner line, which I probably should have done in the first place. we'll do the other one. That one went a little long. Okay, we're going to come back to those. Going over this with a second coat, just a quick coat. No details yet. And rinsing my brush. Okay. So now I'm going to move down to Santa's sled, and now I'm going to try some of that. Oops. I'm going to try some of the gold that I said I had before. Oh, it's pretty. Let's see how it goes on. So I'm going to take that same number 6 brush that I just used, the round brush, and I'm going to use some of that gold. And we're going to do the edge of the sled. Metallics are generally not very opaque, but let's see how this goes. Let's see. It's actually working rather well. Probably still need 2 coats, but we'll see. Now to the other side. Yeah, I'm really surprised with this coverage. It's very good. All right, let's paint Santa's coat. What do I have here? I'd like to go a little darker, but I don't see a dark red in here. Let's see, I'm gonna have to mix. All right, let's mix. This is crimson red. Good. All right, so we're gonna take, oh, it's beautiful. I'm gonna take a little bit of black, which I didn't open, I don't think. Is this black? Yep. It's okay. don't need much of it, just a drop. So what I'm going to do is make, I'm going to start with the darkest color first. We can make it lighter as we go along. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to take some of this crimson red. And just a touch of the black. Just a little more. You can always add more, you know. I'm going to need more than that. A little bit more. That's good. All right, so we have a very, very dark red. Okay, so lay down that coat for Santa's hat. Now I'm going to fill in where Santa's back is. Santa's back. He got a big back. Okay, he's a big dude. You can use a bigger brush for this part if you want to. I'm just going to use the one I have on right now. Okay, don't worry so much about the edges of his coat because we are going to come back and put some fluffiness on there. Okay? Make sure your pencil marks are covered if you draw this. You can draw on chalk too. I'm going to take this right down to the sides here. Probably should have used a bigger brush, but okay, so we're going to detail this. So we're just going to do fun details, nothing major. This is fun art, not fun art. Not today. Keister, what's up, bud? Okay, so there's Santa's back, the back of his head, and his back. Now I'm thinking what color to do the sleigh. I don't know. Alright, so for right now, let's deal with his hair and stuff, and his hat. I'm going to start out with just a touch of black and some white. We're going to make a light gray color, not too dark. Like that. A little bit more. Okay. And again, this is a base coat. So I'm just going to fill in all the spots that are going to be like white. you can leave like a little area in between if you're afraid you're going to lose your lines. Oops, I just painted over my hat. I'm going to rinse my brush because I got red on my brush. It's alright, we're going to go over that anyway, so. And then I'm going to just fill in. And into the blue. Yeah, about 1,000. There we go. Okay, and then just this furry piece right here. I would have had enough if I hadn't have gone into the wrong color. So I'm just mixing the gray and color again. Okay, I'm gonna go right over his little pom-pom. I'll repaint that in. Just want to be careful not to pick up any of that red. Just want to touch this up here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to use some of that white while I have it on my brush. And I'm going to do the little collars on the reindeer. I'm just going to paint them straight white. This is titanium white again. Dog is walking around restless. Do you have to go out, boy? You have to go out? We'll go out. We'll take a break. Get out of my paintbrushes. Alright, and then we'll come back. I'll let that dry and we'll come back and we'll finish. We'll do some more. Okay, so I'm back and we are going to finish our reindeer butts painting. Alright, so what I'd like to do is put some detail on the deer. I'm gonna take my number 5 round brush, and I'm gonna take some titanium white, and I'm gonna go over the collars on the reindeer. With a second coat of white, okay. I'm also going to add a little bit of white into the middle of the tail. Okay. On each of these tails. And I'm just kind of doing what I did on the outside. Looks kind of like a leaf. Just a smaller version of it. Like that. Okay. And I'm thinking that on the antlers, I'm actually going to take, I didn't even wash my brush. I have like a flesh tone. I don't know what they call it in this kit. Let's see. Light color. That's all it says. And I'm going to do a little bit of highlights on here. so that the antlers stand out a bit more. And I'm going to use that color as well to kind of go around the behind of the deer. And I'm just doing little strokes, just pulling. And like I said, this is a cartoon, so we're not going for realism with this. Just sort of a fun painting. I'm actually designing this for, or painting this for a surprise birthday party. Just a little one. I'm having some girlfriends over. It's my cousin's birthday tomorrow, actually. And they want to paint something Christmassy. And they've all got pretty good senses of humor. So I thought they might like this. Okay, and I'll probably go over that with some white too. I'll let that dry first for a little while. Okay. I'm rinsing off my brush. Okay, now what I'd like to do is put some white on Santa's hat and to do his hair. So we have our base coat, which is gray down, and you know what, actually I'm going to do the red first, and I'll go over it with the white because the white's going to lay over the top. So I'm taking my Lunar Blender, my 1/4" Lunar Blender, and I'm just picking up red. This is the crimson red. Okay. And I'm going to pick up just a touch of white with that. I don't want to go pink, but I do want it to be noticeably lighter. I don't think that's light enough yet. I'm just sort of pulling the brush in the direction of the hat. I'm leaving some of the darkness here so you can see where the crease of the hat is. And then I'm going to go down to his robe, I guess that's what you would call it. And I'm going to pull upward from the bottom. I want there to be a bit of a shadow underneath this area, this white area here. And I want you to be able to see where his arms are. So I'm going to leave a bit of a dark area in here. Doing little upward strokes. I want it just a little brighter. I'm just mixing a little bit more white with that, with the crimson red. These Lunar Blender brushes are great. I was watching another artist used them on her video. I think her name is Holly Hanley. She does really nice work. I'd never even heard of them before, and I got a couple of them and I really like them. They're really great blending brushes. Okay, I'm just going around the edge while I'm here with the red. Do a little bit. Now I'm just going to pull a little bit of white and go up on the top here. Maybe on the edge of his sleeve. Remember to add that pom-pom back too. Alright, so I'm rinsing my brush. I'm going to use this brush again, and I'm just going to use white this time. So I'm just loading into titanium white, and I'm going to start to dab on his hat. You know what? I should do the sleigh underneath first. I'll come back. So you want some texture here because it's the fur on his hat. I should let it dry a little bit before I go near that red because it's going to pick it up. Okay, and then I'm going to do the fur on his coat. We're going to come back and probably do another coat of this. Okay, and this is just like the collar part of his coat. And I'm just dabbing. Okay, and now I'm doing the pom-pom of his hat. You can't see it yet, you will though. I'm going to leave a little bit of that gray between the pom-pom and his coat on the one side. I'll have to add some more back in on the left. Alright, and then for his hair, I'm going to use the same brush, not as much paint, and I'm going to pull okay, and you don't have to cover all of the gray. I'm sure Santa, he's pretty darn old. He's got some gray going on. Okay. While I have white on my brush, I'm going to pick up just a little tiny touch of black. And I'm going to pick up just a little bit of white. And I want to add some more gray back here to define where the little ball on his hat is. The little pom-pom. And I think I'm going to add some of this along the edge here of the bottom of his hair. Maybe even here. And just blend it up. Just pulling up like that. I'm rinsing my brush off. We're going to come back and do more on that. Not much more. Okay. So now I want to do the sled, and I haven't decided on what color to do it. I'm pretty pleased with the coverage that I got with this metallic gold. I might put a little more on there, but it covered pretty good. So, let's see. Well, Santa's sled. What color is Santa's sled? I don't know. I'm thinking if we do it, maybe we'll do a green sled. Well, we're gonna try that. So I have, it just says the green. It doesn't tell me what color. Looks like a dark green, so it might be like a sap green. Oh, definitely. That is one dark green. We're going to use some of that, though. I really would like a brighter color. So let's try a different green. Let's see what this one is. This one says grass green, and it's a bit lighter. Let's see what it looks like. It's dark, but it's lighter than that one. All right, so we're gonna start. Let's start with the darkest color. So this is the sled right here. So this is the front, and it's kind of curling in. So I would assume this part would be darker. So let's start with the darker color. I'll start with where's my brush? Here it is. So this time I'm going to take a larger size Lunar Blender. This is a 1/2-inch Lunar Blender. Again, it looks like a filbert brush, but it's got hard and soft bristles in it. It's amazing. And these brushes that I'm using here are by Princeton. Let's see here. All right, so I'm going to take the darker of the two greens. It almost looks like a phthalo green. It's a bluish hue to it. I don't know if I want to use that one. We'll try it. Let's see what it looks like. It's actually nice. Yeah. I like it. Let me see what the other one looks like. The other's more of like a sap green. All right, well, we've got them both on the brush right now. I'm just pulling the strokes in a downward fashion, the way that the sleigh would be, the front of the sleigh would be going. I kind of bowed it out a little bit there on the bottom. And I'm just blending it down. And again, I'm just going I'm going on the edges of the canvas so that my image wraps around. You don't have to. Sometimes I'll just do like red and white stripes on the sides, or just one solid color, something that goes nice with the painting. Yeah, this paint's working pretty good. I would say it's sort of a medium body. I wouldn't call it a heavy body, but it has nice coverage, and the colors, they seem to be very nice. I like them. I wish the containers were bigger. I don't know if they come in a bigger size or not, but I do like them. Okay, pull the colors up. Now I'm going to take a touch of black. I did not clean my brush off. I'm taking very little black just on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to blend it in right around here. Just painting wet on wet. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to go right underneath here, underneath the gold. Give it a little bit of a shadow under here. And go back to my green and just blend it in just a little more. If you find your paint's not blending, but mine is blending, but I'm just saying, if you find that you're just add like a touch of water to your brush, a very, very little bit of water. Okay, so we have a sled. Now I'm going to take a little tiny flat brush. I don't know what size this is. Let's see. It's a number 6 flat brush. It's really tiny. And I'm going to do little stripes on the reindeer's collars. We'll make them look like little candy canes. Just little Christmassy looking things. Okay, we have to make reins. So I'm going to do that with a, let's see, I'm going to use a script liner for that. So I've dampened my script liner. It's a number 2 script liner. It's a really long, tiny, thin brush. It's nice to make lines with. So I'm going to wet my brush without rinsing it. And I'm going to swirl around in my black. I want it to flow nice, so I am going to add water. And then rolling it. And let's see, where would Santa's hands be? Right around here somewhere. And let's see. I don't want it to be too straight, so we'll go like that. And then we'll put one on the other side. I'm going to do a little bit of black here on the, maybe not. We'll come back to that. Okay, so we have to make the butts. So I'm just going to draw a line to here, and here. Brush for this. Where's that little brush I just had? Actually, I'm going to take the number. I'm going to go back to the number 5 round brush. Pick up black, just on the tip of the brush. I'm just making a little circle there, and a bigger circle here. You'll see why shortly. Okay. Now they're on the ground, they haven't taken off yet. So I figured what we'll do, I'll make some, in the distance, some little tiny trees. Okay, I'm gonna go back to that, the lighter shade of green that I have. It's the grass green. It just looks kind of like Kelly green. It's maybe even sap green. I would say maybe sap green. Okay, I'm not loading a ton of paint on my brush. Now, where do I want my eyes? I guess maybe here. And I'm just gonna pull up like this. It does not have to be a perfectly straight line because this is just going to be a bunch of trees. And the ends of the field are not always straight across. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do with these, with this in the background is make some trees and some snow. So, I'm taking the Lunar Blender, just going back and forth and just creating some trees. Maybe there'll be some farther back. Put some over here. Picking up more paint. A little darker. Maybe we'll go back even farther so it looks like they're getting farther away. There we go. Okay. I'm going to rinse my brush off. I want to go over the sled again. It's just, to me, I don't like the way that it looks. I'm going to use, instead of the blending brush this time, I'm going to try flat brush. I don't know, just a 1/2 inch flat. I'm going to add some more of the green. I'm going with the lighter, well, it's still dark. With the lighter green, I'm going to lighten this up a bit though, I think. It's a little too dark. Okay, without washing my brush off, I'm going to pick up a little bit of white. And just kind of go around the edge. Pick up some more white. Go. I'm just blending just a little bit of white in there. Okay, just rinsing off my brush. Alright, I'm going back to my little Lunar Blender and I'm going to pick up straight white. And I'm going to go back over Santa's hat again and give him a little bit more fluffiness and white in his hat. Yes, and then I'm also going to add some more to his collar. And I'll do the little bowl on his hat first here. I'm just dabbing, nothing fancy. You can let some of that gray show through. You don't have to cover all of it. Just got a little red in there. Yes, I just want the smallest hint of that gray showing. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take a small detail brush and I'm going to add, it's a micro detail brush used for nails. I'm going to get some more titanium white and I'm going to highlight the antlers. Just take a little of this. And I'm just going to go on the top part of the antlers. Just so they pop out a little bit more. You can use a Posca pen for this too. But I wanted to try to do the painting with this paint. Like I said, I would demonstrate it for you to see how good it worked. And again, I'm pretty happy with it. I would buy it again. I would use it again. So I'm just doing like little lines and nothing fancy. Okay. I'll do the same on this one. And I'm going to give this another coat here as well on the tail. Okay. I'm going to put a little highlight on Santa's cap. Maybe a little one right here. Maybe we'll do a little one on his arm. There we go. I'm just making little curly white lines for hair. Maybe he's got a little white hair in there with his gray. Okay. All right, now I'm going back to my little tiny Lunar Blender brush. My 1/4 inch Lunar Blender brush. And now we're going to put some snow on those trees. So we're going to pick up white. And we're just going to tap. You don't want to cover all of your green. And you want to do these randomly. More white. I love making snow-covered trees. And you just lightly tapping. These are going to be a little bit smaller because they're farther away. And smaller yet. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Just tap. These are very, very easy to do, the trees. Maybe that's why I like doing them so much. And they look so pretty. Gives it like a magical kind of a look. last one. Probably should have done these first. I didn't know what I was going to do in the background though, so there we go. You'll notice as it dries too that the white isn't going to be as bright, so you might want to come back and do a second coat of white. You'll have to see, you know, whatever paint you're using, depends what type body paint you're using and how you like it to look. So I'm going to do a little bit more there. Okay. And I think what I'm going to do, thinking what I should do here. Just make little swoops here. I'm just adding little bits of white here and there. Just putting a little bit of white where the green was, so it looks like way off in the distance there are maybe some trees or some sort of snow-covered something. Just a tiny, tiny bit of the white. Okay. Okay, now if you want, you can add some snow. It's up to you. I'm just going to take the bottom of my brush and just do some tapping. I'm not going to do a whole bunch. And you can put them over the reindeer. I mean, the snow will be falling on the deer as well, right? guess they'd be falling on Santa and on the sleigh as well. Okay. Before I dry it, I want to add one more little thing. So I'm going to take that little micro detail brush. I wanted to put like some stars, some sparkly stars though. So I'm taking some more titanium white. So to make it a little more magical, I want to do some stars. So I do a cross and then I put an X through the cross. What I should have done first though, you can also do this. You can take a tiny bit of paint like this and rub it with your finger. I don't know if this one's going to do it or not. Let's see. Yeah, it'll do it. Okay, and then go through the middle of that. Gives it a little bit of a brighter look. And then I'll put some in the distance, maybe. I don't know. Here, let's put one up here. You can add as many as you want. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to blow dry. Alright, so I'll take the blow dry and I'll be right back. Oh, I want to add a couple more things to the deer and to the sleigh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my number 2 script liner. I'm going to wet it again and pick up some black paint. I sort of lost my reins. My reindeer reins. You can't see them in here. So I want to make them a little bit thicker. There we go. Okie doke. And I also want to underline. I'm going to turn my project. I want to underline. Everything's rolling around here. I'm going to move everything over here. I want to underline the inside part of the sled. So just drawing a line here. And like I said, if your paint isn't moving, just add a little bit of water to it. Not a lot, just a little. This seems to be doing really good, this paint. There we go. I'm thinking if I should put another one. I think I will. I'm going to... Well, we know that the black paint works. I'm going to do a Posca pen because it's faster. And it's just for a bit of outlining. So I'm going to use a medium tip black Posca pen. Shaking it up. Test it out on my palette. Something you want to always do. And I'm going to outline the sled. the underside of the hat. Maybe I'll do a little bit, just a couple of the underlines here. Okay. I do want to do the top of the gold part of the sled as well. I'm going to do this part as well. Yeah, it looks better. Okay, maybe the underside of the tail. And then the deer. All right, so now is the fun part. You can leave your painting just like this. Sign it, smile, and be done. But, of course, I can't do that. I'm going to take a white Posca pen. Let's see now. I'm debating how to do this. If I should do a permanent thing or not. Well, we're going to go for it. Okay. All right. I think my cousin will get a kick out of this. Okay, I wasn't quite sure how I was going to do this, but I took a piece of chalk and I drew a little bubble, a little word bubble. And so I'm hoping that I can fit the words I want to write in there. All right, so I'm going to turn my project just a little bit here so I can write. And okay. And there you have it. Only one thing left to do. Like I said, that's optional. This is sort of a joke sort of painting. I don't know if you all find it funny, but I think it's kind of funny. I'm going to take some, what do I have on my tray here? I'll take some green and some water. Need some more. I'm going to sign it. If y'all like my content, please subscribe and like my video. I would appreciate it. All right. My paint's drying out. Here we go. All right. Sign it and smile. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.